Welcome back to Games Revealed. I'm James and also the Brink. Today I want to talk about PlayStation, maybe a little bit Xbox sprinkled in there, but PlayStation has announced something that's could be interesting, that could be exciting, depending on if you like subscription services, which I'm on the fence about. I'm really getting tired of all those services I have. But before we get into it, make sure to like, subscribe, bash that bell with your crowbar, and thank you guys for just all the support you've given throughout this month. Really is how long I've been really pushing this, but I've been doing this for about a year, a little over a year, and I love the love and enjoy the support. So thank you once again. Thanks. Okay, let's get into this. Okay, so let's switch over to scenes, and we'll just start up at the top. All new PlayStation Plus launches in June with 700 plus games and more value than ever. And this is from the PlayStation blog, so they're gonna be a little biased, right? And I'm just gonna go ahead and just kind of give my take real quick, like what I think of the service, and we'll go into the service, what it is. I don't want another subscription service. I already don't. I'd rather pay once to have access to a game for hopefully the whole lifespan of a platform. Like Steam's gonna last hopefully forever, where like buying something on a PS4 store might not last forever. It could eventually be closed, right? And so this is kind of like a nice city where you could potentially play this forever, but we'll get into it, and I'll give more of my opinions on this. But the service is, there's three different services. It's being split. So their essential service is the basic one, which is the PlayStation Plus, which is what we're all used to. But these the services are going to be split. Well, the main service is going to be split. Well, not really split, but added upon. And we're going to have two more additional services come June. And the PlayStation Plus Essentials, the benefits provides the same benefits that the PlayStation Plus members are getting today, such as 2 monthly downloadable games, exclusive discounts, cloud storage for saved games, online multiplayer access. There are no changes for existing PlayStation Plus members in this tier, which is actually pretty cool. Not that they're not making any changes. I mean, that's good that they're not taking away anything and adding, more prices. So you're gonna, like, if you're still doing the PlayStation Plus, you're not gonna see a difference, right? But those 2 monthly downloadable games are actually one of the reasons I like the service and why PlayStation's actually done a really good job here. But the problem is I feel like they've been lacking more and more lately. And you can say if I'm wrong in the comments, that's fine. Oftentimes I'm fine. I'm wrong. It's hard to track everything, but I feel like the last few months I've checked, it's just been okay. And that's what's the problem with this type of thing. If you want to go and be a PC gamer, the Epic Store has free games, I feel like every month or maybe 2 a month. Sometimes they've done it like specials where they'll give you one every day for like a couple days. And there's been some pretty baller stuff for free. That being said, it's an incentive to use their store, but hey, you know what? That works better than paying $10 a month. So the PlayStation Plus Essentials is going to start at $9.99 a month, and then it's 24 quarterly or 25. Let's just round this. I'll round most of the stuff up. So $10 monthly, 25 quarterly, 60 yearly, which is the same structure that they're doing right now. The PlayStation Plus Extra is one of the new services or the new tiers, and it provides all the benefits of an essential tier. I'd hope so. Plus, it adds 400 games of like PS4 and PS5 games. They say most enjoyable, marketing terms, right? I would say half of them are probably just including blockbuster hits from our PlayStation Studios catalog and third-party partners. Games in the extra tier are downloadable for play, which is good. I like that. I like that you can download. It's not just stream. I like the option of both downloading and streaming. I do more downloading, but I think as I get going on the Steam Deck, I will be doing a little bit more streaming too with certain services. We'll see. Once again, I'm also kind of tired of subscriptions, so anytime I can kind of get a physical copy, I usually try, but sometimes I buy these extra tiers just to give them a try and extra content, right? So with that, $14.99 or $15 monthly, $40 quarterly, $100 yearly, and those discounts are actually pretty decent. $100 yearly it's not bad, and it starts to get better when compared to the Xbox, their premium content. And then if you go into the PlayStation Plus Premium, It provides all the benefits of the previous tiers, correct? And then it adds up to 340 additional games, including the PlayStation 3 games available via cloud streaming, which is just, I'm assuming they're getting rid of their PlayStation Now system, and or maybe even converting it into this premium and kind of just adding things together, right? And so you have PS3 streaming with that, which the emulating for that, they're just being lazy. They don't want to try to emulate that, so you can't just download it to your PS5 and play the PS3 games with an emulated layer. And I get it. The PS3 is actually a very kind of archaic and complicated system to create an emulation layer, but they could do it if they really wanted. They're just, I feel like, being lazy. A catalog of beloved classic games available in both streaming and download options from the original PlayStation, PS2, and PSP generations. Offers cloud streaming access for original PlayStation, PS2. Okay, yeah, offers additional cloud streaming, but also I think some of these, like the PlayStation, can be downloaded. Yeah, like they said. And then customers can stream games using PS4, PS5, and console and PC. I do like that. I do like the more inclusive they get with PC. The more I like some of these services, as PS5s are almost impossible to find, and if I can stream it on my PC, it gives me less of a reason to have a PlayStation 5 and less of a paperweight, which I'd really like my PS5, but I'd like to get away from it. And a service like this might be beneficial to me if it has the games, which it doesn't sound like they're going to be doing exclusives in this, or like launch titles, that is, or exclusives. I don't think they're going to do exclusives for this, but they're going to, so launch titles, they think the current way they're doing their launches for new games is just not going to work for this type of tier and subscription service, where Xbox does it a little differently. I believe Halo is available on their Game Pass and from day one, and that was a selling point for them. And I think Xbox has got it right in this sense of sometimes you're going to have to entice it a little bit with some newer games releases, maybe even if it's within a month of being released, maybe, it might sweeten the deal. Here, they're just betting on that you don't want to open up an emulator and play your old games, that you really, just are going to shell out that money to play some of the older games that you have or wanted to play back in the day or still want to play. It's definitely a better service than Nintendo. Nintendo by far has the worst service I have yet to see for price and everything. The premium version is $18, $50 quarterly, and $120 yearly. And from my understanding, that is a better deal than Xbox. But it's going to come down to both those services. Which games do you want to play? Xbox has Halo and Gears and a bunch of other stuff. And it does a lot of stuff like on PC. You can install games on PC and play it if you get the Ultimate Pass. And with this, you just can stream it to the PC, I believe. And so there's a lot of differences. If you prefer streaming, and from my understanding, actually with Xbox, you can stream most of the games on there too. So Xbox all around is you can choose to download and install locally, or you can stream. And I do love that. And I do think Xbox gets a better point in that little area. But PlayStation, some of their classic games are really, really good. If you like story-based, in my opinion. I don't know what the list is yet on this, but like the Uncharted's, just Ratchet and Clanks, just they have a ton of games that are first party that are just amazing, or partnered third party, and that's usually what you're going to see on this system. I don't think you're going to see anything outside of that. Yeah, and then with that, there's not much more. We can look at the Xbox and kind of compare. Let's do that. Access to library of over 100 quality games, and they swap these ones out. I don't know how PlayStation is going to go. If they're going to swap them out, there's a good chance they could, but having access to about 400 games is awesome at a time, where Xbox does do only like 100 and they swap them out kind of like a Netflix style. But the quality of games I've seen on the Xbox Game Pass Ultimate is actually pretty baller. They've partnered with EA, so there's a bunch of EA games on it too. And cloud gaming is Xbox cloud gaming. You can do it anywhere. You can do it on phone, which is really cool. And then you can see that the Ultimate Pass is $15 a month, which is actually a little less. But then if you, I believe it actually gets more expensive if you pay for the yearly than compared to the PlayStation, where PlayStation starts out more expensive monthly for their Ultimate one. Xbox starts out a little bit cheaper. I've really dug this service so far. I've used it personally. The problem is though, I don't use it enough. I got it to, you know, do play online and stuff with my friends. I just have a hard time playing games in a lot of time. Like movies I'll watch on Netflix, and that works okay for me. Like Netflix, their TV series and shows. But for games, I play in my own time. Like Fallout New Vegas, I've played multiple times throughout its lifetime. It's better for me to buy that, right? Instead of wanting it to be on like $100, you know, 100 game pass where it could be on it and not be on it. And it's typically, I think, newer games too. And so it is all it is. It is what it is. And, you know, let me know in the comments below what you think. What are you going to choose? Are you going to go with one of these services? Or are you going to just go for the Steam Deck, which I know that's a big part of my crowd, is the Steam Deck, and just emulate the hell out of a lot of the games? And I'm going to go probably the more emulating route if I can get it to work. The Xbox stuff typically works really well on PC anyways. And so, it's kind of a win when it comes to Xbox stuff. I like it. And yeah, so for me personally, I'll give these services a try, partially because I do a channel, but also I'm always curious on what the next big thing is and see how good the streaming is, and just see how it works with the Steam Deck when we get the Steam Decks. So that's my choice. What's your choice in the comments? Are you going to just purely go off on your own, buy your games from Steam, and just get emulators and put the games that you have onto an ISO and play it off there? Who knows? Like, I'm curious. So let me know how you're going to do it. Nonetheless, still interesting information. So thank you guys for watching. Check out my other videos, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out. Later.